Hey guys, so we're back with another video, and today we're going to be reviewing the movie 8th Grade, the movie. And so this is like, for me, this was like a really inspirational film about
Lauren,
growing.
we're all here.
Hi! I'm Josh Elliott.
I'm Dawson Royce.
I'm Bret Williams,
I'm Lauren. I don't want to say my last name.
and today we are reviewing 8th Grade.
So 8th grade is literally just about growing up and being in 8th grade, and it's through the eyes of this girl who's really socially awkward and is dealing with a lot of mental things, and
So every
it's-
single one of us.
it's really funny. It has its deep moments, and it's just a great time.
Basically, there isn't really a plot of this movie. It's just a girl dealing with growing up. And that's why I loved it so much. The one thing that I love the most about this movie is that it doesn't feel like a film. It feels like experiencing life with this person, and it's great.
It's like a documentary.
You don't actually think about how well scripted scripts are until
Yeah.
you see a movie like 8th Grade where
Yeah.
everyone's stumbling through their lines
It's
deliberately.
I think it's really interesting that Bo Burnham directed this because obviously he's not a girl in the 8th grade, but like he portrayed that so well.
Yeah, clearly he has an idea of how kids think, because he nailed it.
The way the room is set up, first of all, the details, like the sticky notes on her mirror, I did that. She would stay up every single night on these like websites.
Yeah.
I did like
The relationship with the daughter and the father is real, especially when she's on her phone and she's not answering. I love that. That felt really real.
Hey, honey. I was just going to bed.
This is a girl, but I kind of related with every single thing that occurred in this movie. Struggling with social interactions and going to a party and not really fitting in. You don't have to be the exact same person as her to understand what she was going through.
They actually make the effort to really make you feel the stress. When she goes to the party, it's just like close-ups of her panicking.
I had never sat through a movie and been stressed like almost the whole freaking movie. Like
Yeah.
they really captured like the anxiety that she felt like the whole year because you sat there and like felt
Even
that.
though it was only the last week.
What I found ironic about this movie is that anytime she went up and talked to someone, I was really proud yet also so stressed because I was
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
yes, good for her, have confidence, go and talk to people. And then I'm like, oh shoot, she's really awkward, what is she gonna say? What is she gonna
You see, since you've been in that position of 8th grade, you can like sense what they're thinking.
This movie does need to be R because of how accurately it portrays 8th grade. I mean, 8th graders are subjected to talking about sex, cursing a lot, and so
Yeah.
it needs to be R to be realistic, but please don't let that scare away actual 8th graders from seeing
Yeah.
this movie. If you are a kid, ask your parents to take you to this movie and then tell them that it's okay because a bunch of high schoolers said so.
This is a motivational video.
We're going to spoilers for the movie 8th Grade. Go to the time code at the bottom of the screen if you want to avoid spoilers for 8th Grade.
Okay, so Kayla hangs out with her freshman mentor. They are in the car together and they're on their way home.
So there's this silent moment where they're just driving in the car. The guy goes, you know, I can't really talk to you while you're in the back seat. And then he pulls over and she's like, oh, do I need to get in the front seat? And he goes, no,
The
I'll just
car,
come back.
And they're just sitting there and it's super awkward.
And then you know what he says? He says,
Truth or dare.
You know what? I think Truth or Dare would make a great movie idea. I'm gonna write that into a script. 'Cause
I was so stressed the whole time. I literally looked at Josh because he had seen it
Literally.
before, and I turned to him and I was like,
You said, you didn't warn me about this.
nothing happened. She was okay. She just went back to the front and she sat in the back.
She asks her dad, she goes, hey, can I go burn something in the backyard? Can you come help me? She puts her box on the fire and her dad goes, what is that? And she goes, it's my hopes and dreams.
I loved the relationship between the father and the daughter because it's real. Like, it's the teenager on her phone, like, ignoring him, and she's like, what, Dad?
they had the scene where they sat outside and talked together, and
She said, do I make you sad? And he was like, What?
But I love the dad character because he clearly cares so much about her. He lets her walk all over him just because he wants her to be as happy as possible.
Yeah.
He kind of has an awkward personality, but not where it's creepy.
Uncomfortable. It's just dad. It's just a
Yeah.
single dad trying his best to support his kid.
I love Gabe. He's so sweet and like awkward. That reminded me of myself when I was in middle school so much because it was like the awkward kid who like tried to make friends.
You want some chicken? I didn't know when you got here, so it might be a little cold.
Yeah, sure.
You want some sausage?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
I'm sorry. Am I being awkward? I mean, am I
No,
rude? Since
no.
you know? Okay.
No. Am I being like quiet? Like,
No, you're talking to me, which I appreciate because not many people talk to me, so thanks.
yeah, sure. I really love how they made the guy that she liked, the Instagram post where he was like in the mirror flexing. I literally saw so many guys like that in my middle school, and like those were the guys that all the girls were like, oh my
And
god.
the music cue every time
Yes.
he shows up.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, superlative winners. So I'm gonna take you up to get your prizes. Let's start with Mr. and Mrs. Best Eyes. Aiden. This way.
Also, Elsie Fisher, who plays Kayla, is fantastic. They cast someone that looked like an actual normal 8th
Yeah.
grade, and her portrayal is just so accurate.
The thing I love the most about this is the director, he understands so much about middle school is portrayed.
Should we go to final verdict?
Yeah.
This movie is so incredibly accurate, and that is why it is so great. It is everything that any 8th grader needs to hear, needs to see. I'm gonna give it a 9.
I also really liked this movie. I like how it was very accurate. It has very real representations of things as well. Like I said earlier, you can feel what they're thinking while they're in certain situations if you've been an 8th grader before, which most people, believe it or not, have been in 8th grade before. It is a really accurate representation. Props to Bo Burnham. So I'm gonna give it a 9 as well.
I'm really happy that I went into this movie blind because I knew really nothing about it when I went in. It's unique because it doesn't really feel like a movie. Like, you don't pay attention to the shots in this movie or really the soundtrack or anything like that. You pay attention to the characters and the dialogue. All of it just feels so realistic and so well done. He completely nailed the feeling of middle school and what it's like and the awkward feeling. And I completely related with this girl in every single situation she was in because I'm an awkward kid. I just really appreciated her character and everything that happened in this movie, and I'm gonna give it a 9.
This movie had me messed up in the theater. I almost cried. I felt so anxious for her. I've never really related with a character more. She really represents so many people, regardless of age or gender or anything. Just being in that state and feeling uncomfortable and trying your best to break out and be yourself. I loved it a lot, so I'm also gonna give it a 9.
The final verdict for 8th grade is a 9. I
Yeah.
also forgot to mention this. I love the presence of social media in this movie.
They also
Yeah.
had a really good music sound cue. You
Yeah.
knew that another video was about to start because you heard like the Mac doop, doop. Hey guys.
Yeah, A24 is just killing it with movies. I love them.
So what did you think about 8th grade? Tell us down in the comments.
Gucci!
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Click here to subscribe to our channel and here to watch our last video. Gucci!